More stimulus checks are on the way. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you've been well. I am back. I do apologize for the hiatus. We are now back into the swing of things and uploading videos every single solitary week with no exceptions and no excuses. So with that being said, we do have new stimulus checks going out to certain residents in the US, and these are substantial checks, up to 4 figures worth of checks. We'll be talking about everything you need to know in today's video, so let's get started and dive right in to the news. But before we do, as always, make sure you guys do a couple things for me. Number one, give this video a tremendous thumbs up, smash the like button. I would appreciate that. And if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed and have notifications turned on. Once we hit 20,000 subscribers, we will do another cash giveaway, and you'll have to be subscribed to be entered in that giveaway. So with that being said, let's get started and get right down to it. So with inflation at a 40-year high, another round of stimulus checks may be the last thing that economists would recommend. But that is not stopping this particular governor in this specific state from sending about 23 million checks worth up to $1,050 in this state. The governor and legislative leaders in this particular state are casting these inflationary stimulus checks as inflation relief. The budget deal was reached by the governor and state lawmakers this week, and under this deal, these residents will soon start receiving these stimulus checks worth up to $1,050. The checks are part of a $17 billion relief package that will also suspend the state's sales tax on diesel fuel and provide additional aid to help people with rent and utility bills. This is according to Governor Newsom and Senate President pro tempore Tony G. Atkins and Assembly Speaker Anthony Rendon in a statement. Now, even though this is a new injection of stimulus checks, it's not necessarily new spending, because this state has had this money, these funds, locked away in the vaults for over a year now, because this was made possible by the $1.9 trillion stimulus bill signed in March of last year. That legislation sent about $180 billion to California, and $42 billion of those dollars were specifically for direct aid to state and local governments in California. Last month, Governor Newsom announced that the state was running a $97.5 billion surplus. $49.2 billion of those dollars can be used for any purpose in the state. And so they're now giving this money, giving the surplus back to the people and putting it in their pockets to hopefully fight off inflation and provide some relief. The inflation relief checks specifically are tax refunds that will send a total of $9.5 billion back to the state residents. And this agreement comes as California drivers face the highest gasoline prices in the United States, with the average price for a gallon of gas in the state at $6.27 this week. That's about 29% higher than the national average. Now, earlier this year, Newsom had originally proposed sending stimulus checks up to $400 per vehicle per resident, with a cap of 2 vehicles per person. Other lawmakers pushed for a bigger plan that would send bigger checks to people who earn less. In Governor Newsom's statement with this agreement, he said, quote, "In the face of new challenges and uncertainties, we're providing over $17 billion in relief to help families make ends meet." I'm curious, where are my California viewers at? Where are my California households? Let us know if you are in California watching. If so, which part? And are you looking forward to these stimulus checks? So these payments will undoubtedly take the edge off slightly when it comes to filling up your gas tank or going to the grocery store or buying goods. But it also raises questions about the impact of pouring more cash into the economy when inflation is at this record high. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts? Do you agree with this proposal? Do you believe that now is the time to be providing money to the residents when that could have initiated and started this inflation in and of itself? So do you think this is just pouring salt on the wound, or do you believe it's necessary to help the people? Let us know your comments down below. Economists do credit the combination of government stimulus spending, like direct payments to families and loans to businesses, and supply chain problems as contributing to the current inflation crisis. So who exactly will qualify for these inflation relief checks? Well, they're quite similar to the federal stimulus checks. They're based on income, tax filing status, as well as household size. So let's take a look at this criteria. Lower and middle income Californians stand to receive the biggest checks. Single taxpayers who earn less than $75,000 annually and couples who file jointly and make less than $150,000 a year will receive $350 per taxpayer. Taxpayers with dependents will receive an extra $350 regardless of the total number of dependents. In other words, a couple that earns a combined $125,000 and has 2 children would qualify for $350 per adult plus $350 for their children for a grand total sum of $1,050. Now, being the cost of living is so exorbitant in the state of California, we can't leave out our high income residents either, because a lot of them are just getting by as well. But it is proportionate to your income, so higher earners will receive smaller payments. Let's take a look at those criteria. Single taxpayers who make between $75,000 and $125,000 a year, and couples who earn between $150,000 and $250,000 will receive $250, plus the same payment for the dependents for a maximum of $750 per family. Single people who earn between $125,000 and $250,000, and couples who earn between $250,000 and $500,000 annually would receive just $200 each, plus the same amount for their dependents. That amounts to a maximum payment of $600 per family. But for the super high earners in California, they will not receive anything. This is because couples who earn more than $500,000 annually, or single taxpayers who make more than $250,000 annually, they will not be eligible for any stimulus checks. Now, even though this bill was just signed and we just started the month of July, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait some time for these payments, because according to the governor, when he signed the bill, unfortunately, these checks will not go out until the month of October, but they will be sent via direct deposit or as a check when the time comes. You may also be able to receive a debit card for these payments, and we'll absolutely have more details for you as the time does get closer. So even though you might be struggling right now with the summer and you want to do some summer traveling and you want to fill up that gas tank, you're not going to be able to have these checks in time for July 4th or even the end of summer. You're going to have to wait all the way until the fall in October. But the weather is quite nice year-round in California, so you might be able to save some of that summer traveling come the fall if you're looking forward to those checks. It's quite surprising why they want to wait so long, but also interesting timing how the checks are coming right before the midterm elections in November. So they couldn't do it in time for the summer, but they were able to do it in time for the midterm elections. Interesting timing. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on that? Do you believe that's intentional or just complete coincidence? Let me know down below in the comments. We'll remain watchful and see if any news breaks in regards to these stimulus checks, and we'll have updates for you guys as it does get closer to distribution time. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got value out of it. Make sure you share it with a friend so that way they're in the know. Spread it on social media, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button. I'd appreciate that. If this video gets to 500 likes, we will do a cash giveaway where we give away $100 to a few of you lucky subscribers. So get those like numbers up, and if you want to get some free stocks, all free, use the links down below in the description of this video. Sign up with the brokerage platforms or Robinhood and or Webull. You'll get some free stocks, some value up to thousands of dollars. So let's know what stocks you get. Also, make sure that you are subscribed and have notifications turned on. That will notify you every time we do upload a brand new video. We post videos here every single week. And if you want to connect with me on social media, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. Use the links down below and meet me there. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care for now.